showing up for each other again. How long will this go on? I feel like it's gonna keep going. It's kind of like, what, 6 more days, but this time dragon cards? Like, what's coming up? And today, just like that other day, everything was like really unusual. I went into a cave yesterday. Pluto's cave. So for the second time, because the first time I went into the cave, I was a little late in the day, we'll say that. And I was a little weary about being able to find my truck when I came out. Hello! Hey, Pac-Man! I was just talking about the cave. So I met these great people, we met up again, and we went in this cave. And it was like going into the belly of a whale, and really amazing. Unfortunately, at the very end, and when we got back and I saw the message from a friend of mine, the cave is no longer able to go all the way through. I guess it used to be a loop, and now it stops at a certain point, but we went pretty far. Like, we were deep in there. At some point, I realized, like, we were deep in the earth. Like, even where we did this little darkness meditation, right? We were like, there was a drop below us, just a hole that kind of kept going, right? Really awesome experience to be in the darkness. Got a little colder than I thought too. Just sitting still, you kind of like work up some heat when you're trying to like go over all these boulders. It's not just a clear way in, like you're getting some exercise. Your thighs might be burning, but it's awesome. So I'm going to stay on topic. I'm going to try and keep this 20 to 30 minutes. What's coming up today is a little bit of galactic stuff, and some chakra stuff is coming up as well. It's like leading into each other. This card came up again because I was asking what frequency I should play in the background today for you guys, so you guys could feel what that does to the body. And it doesn't have a frequency on there, but when I looked up the card again, I was like, all right, maybe I need to reread what this card means. And oh, okay, there we are. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Pac-Man? Okay, I'm just making sure that people can hear me. All right, so this card that came up, that was the mystery card from the 7 days. I read into it a little further, and it talked about, wonderful, you can hear me, great. It talked about the energies that we often find ourselves in, and it was talking about boundaries, keeping the boundaries clear. And there are people who are going to stay in their suffering that we encounter. And when they start to kind of come into that lighter space, that's when they're a little more open to hearing our guidance. By the way, I've run into this a couple times. I've actually known a lot of things since childhood, and sometimes it puts people off that I'll say something and they'll take it offensively. And I don't mean for it to be offensive. I mean to say it because sometimes it's not offensive. It's more like, oh yeah, I know. And I was like, and I like put a little more like oomph in it, and I'm like, yeah, but really try and see it from this way, right? Someone was having a conversation with me yesterday just like that, and they're like, because this is what it is. And in the past I would have been like, oh yeah, yeah, even though in my head I was like, no, that's not how it is. And so I paused and I said, I can see where you're going with that. And he's like, yeah, it's totally right. And I was like, well, and then I went to explain a little further, right? So it just had to do with, you know, kind of a physical practice that we were talking about. So, you know, the person was still in their own world, and that's okay, because nobody's always going to be ready to hear the messages that come through you for them to hear. And like, that's free. That's not like me charging for it. later on, you know, we still got to pay rent, we still got to do this, all these different things, so there will be different ways to support me, right? Like my jewelry, like the courses that are going to be coming, different lives that you can join me on. So yeah, pay that in mind. That's why this card came back up, is the alchemy, the working of the energy. This is your pearl, and you kind of safeguard your pearl. Energetic hygiene is something to look up. It's been coming up a lot. I had a shaman that just went through my energetic hygiene and realigned some things that needed realigning, which was very helpful. I'm really grateful for him. So chakras are coming up. I'll bring out this book. See this book? I know it's backwards. It's They Walked with Jesus. So Yeshua, in his lifetime, you know, there are people that were there during his lifetime, and Dolores Cannon is one of those people that was able to bring people into hypnosis and then notice that they were accessing other lifetimes or their higher self. So this book is a compilation. Someone gave it to me because I read Jesus and the Essenes, and I have finished a Magdalene book. And, you know, I have a background of being in the JW religion, right? So I have a very good Bible basis, which is awesome. That's one thing that the religion really gave me. That was fantastic. So yeah, it's nice to hear the channel messages and see how they all intertwine and come together with other readings I've done. It's pretty cool. So, oh wow, your dad is JW. That's pretty awesome. Wow. Interesting, huh? So, you get a lot of background knowledge, more than you would going to a Kingdom Hall or a church, because there's only so much in the Bible. There were things that the Romans took out, and I think it was Constantine that kind of like meshed that Bible together and took all the female aspects out. So we're talking about the chakras, and here we go. The transformation, divine purpose, eternal peace, harmony, clarity, freedom, healing, consecration, purify, adoration, enlightenment, and God's will. So if you have a problem with the word God, just throw in source, the universe. We're all one, it's all the same. So one thing I knew as a JW is I knew as a kid that we were all one. You know, even though they were like, hey, this religion, no, we need to bring people over to Jehovah. And I could see the dedication of people in their own faith, right? In their own belief systems. And I could see this, the dissonance, the separation. And I'm like, no, I don't think God works that way. I think he's all about the love. I don't think it's a fear love thing like we're taught, like, you know, when parents used to beat their children and be like, I love you, but you did wrong and I'm going to beat you. So digressing, all these different things that I mentioned, you'll notice I mentioned more than 7 chakras. There's a lot of people still working in an older energy, which is okay, but they haven't gotten the upgrade for the 12 chakras. We've all gotten the upgrade, by the way, physically. We all have the 12 chakras. They're all going right now, all within the body. We're not so much like out here so much and down, way down below anymore. They're like in. Why? Because we're going in ourselves, right? Into the heart. And so I wanted to show you. These colors don't really correlate. I don't believe anyway. I was taken through, Steve Noble on YouTube does a series where he talks about the upgrade of the 12 chakras. It was like from 3rd dimension to 4th dimension, 5th dimension. So the chakras have all kind of shifted and changed. We still have all the basic chakras. Sometimes I will actually picture the chakras overlaid on top of each other like Photoshop. Okay, because the newest lower chakra would be more pearlescent. Picture the root chakra turning into more of a pearlescent color. The sacral chakra turning more into like a pink orange, like a rosy pink orange. And the solar plexus turning into more of a golden as opposed to yellow. The heart chakra, more of an amethyst, pinkish purple. The throat chakra, more of a light blue. And then the third eye, more of a dark blue. And then I believe up here is like a silvery white. So that would be your upgrade in your chakras. If you were to overlay them on top of the traditional red, orange, yellow, green, and this was dark blue before, and I think this is like purplish, yes? Yeah, purplish. I'm looking at the old ones right now so that I'm trying to be accurate for you guys. Yeah, so this is probably like, if purple, you know when fire gets really hot, and it's like purpley white, it's probably silvery, that's probably what this happens with the crown chakra. So I just wanted to make you aware of that, of the crown chakra, or all the 12 chakras you have. Let's upgrade it a little bit, upgrade your knowledge, your wisdom, and start applying that when you do a breath work or meditation. You can practice breathing into each chakra, just a breath in each one, and breathing out completely through your belly. And it's a great practice to get more mindful, to calm your nervous system. To calm your nervous system, you can actually do a short practice of breathing in for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds. I've done it on a couple of my videos, so you can go back and see some of those previous 7-day videos. Could have been on day 3, could have been on day 6. There was a quantum healing that came in, so check out those videos. And so that came up today, the chakras. What else came up today? Galactic energy. I'm going to pull this deck and we're going to show you a card. Here we are. This is by Jamie Price. It's this deck. Screenshot. I know it's backwards, but you'll find out what it means. It's a light language deck, cosmic ascension deck. And since the Galactics were kind of coming in, because I was connecting with 3i Atlas this morning, and there's a group called the Stargate Collective, and I'm going to post a link. They're doing a 5-day quantum jump event in Brazil. So come with me, join me in Brazil with the Stargate Collective. It's all recorded. It's like 33 bucks, or you can give more. If you're able to give more, give more. It helps them go where they're going, because they're doing grid work just like I'm doing grid work, and it's just on an even bigger scale, but I'm able to join that grid work in Brazil as if I were there, and join in that energy and connect with 3i Atlas, which apparently has Andromedan energy behind it. So I couldn't quite remember what Andromeda was all about, and I know that there's no Andromeda in this deck. There's Lyran, Sirian, Orion, and Pleiadian in this deck. So let's see, what is the message that needs to come through at this time for the collective in connection with the Andromedans, connecting with 3i Atlas, and the energies that are coming here to balance out the feminine and the masculine. What is it that can assist us at this time? Wow, those flew out. Let me check. Okay. I was wondering if Lyra would come up, because when I looked up the Andromedans, they had a Lyran connection. And for those of you that don't know a lot about galactic history, the Lyrans were some of the first, like the DNA that help, because we're not actually human. We're made up of lots of galactic DNA. So, 2 light language cards came up. One is for Orion, so we're releasing something today, which is great. We're right after the 1111 portal. You're still kind of in the energies. This has to do with mental body dominance. I've never actually pulled this card before, so Let's find out what that's all about. Why are we pulling this card? Orion releasing. Let's see here. Orions. Do you guys know anything about the Orions? You know, the movie Star Wars is based on the Orion Wars. Let's see. Orion releasing. 70. Here we go. We're going to find out right now what it's all about. This deck. So how it works is you want to look at the light language. So I'm going to hold this card up for you and just kind of take in the card. Take in the card itself and see what you feel. Just gaze softly on that card and breathe. Listen to the tones here. We've got actually the love frequency playing. Came on its own, and that's what the body wants you to feel right now. This has to do with your brain. It's a magnificent machine. It's tasked with linear processing and analyzation. The two main functions of the brain are conscious thoughts and subconscious habits and beliefs, an automatic body process, and how to process that data of your surroundings. Oh, and this came up yesterday. Your brain is processing billions of data points per second. Think about how much we are on our phones, right? How much we are on our phones. And how things just keep popping up and recycling, and here's this and here's that. I had to shut off on my YouTube so that it wouldn't keep going after I watched a video, because I'm interested in connecting intentionally. Your mental body is only able to process known information, so you lose the vast information that your intuition and emotional guidance provide. As a balanced being, use your intuition and emotional guidance and valuable logic. Remember? Just said that. Use your intuition. I want to bring in my intuition. I want to bring in my heart and mind and use that power. This card is softening your mental usage into a healthy flow of more heart-minded unity. It is the balance that transcends fear and helps you understand your infinite nature. That's what this is about. So that's what you're releasing today. Thank you, Orions. The Orions have a bad rap. There's actually an ascended Orion race, just like there's ascended versions of all races. So even reptilians, by the way, have an ascended reptilian. Not all reptilians were bad. So I'm not going to go into a lot of galactic, I won't go into the whole history. I did want to play something for you, and I'm going to put it in the description below, because FYI, this channel uses copyright material for commentary and educational purposes only. So you'll be able to look this up for yourself and find out more about the Andromedans. And do feel free to look up the Orions as well. I may put a link in the bottom if I remember. So what I want to tell you about the Andromedans. And this kind of came up. I'm going to show you this really quick because I thought it was, this reminded me of a painting I did. So we have like the Andromedans, kind of angelic, like with wing-like, which kind of goes into the blue avian. There are many different types of Andromedans, and some of them have very huge wings. And they are here currently with 3-eye Atlas, bringing in balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine as part of the energies that they're bringing forth for us. So here is a painting. Do you see how there's this winged one right here? I didn't really know what this painting was going to be about. and it ended up being about divine union. We have here the winged one, like a guide, and here we have kind of the masculine and the feminine. I have a lot of words. We have the infinity symbol. This came up this morning. Also the Vesicus Pisces that I showed a picture of the other day. That is in fact an infinity symbol. Right? You can see it, right? The number 8, how a cell like divides. Here we've got our correlation, right? We've got the masculine and the feminine. In this case, we've got us merging with our highest soul self. And then we've got this showing the masculine being the container for the feminine. And here we have the guidance coming through to assist us. Here we have the sacred geometry coming in. There's a lot in this painting. This is light language. This is my first light language ever. And there it is. I have no idea what it means, but take it in and take a breath, because there's something here for you. Maybe it has to do with divine union. Breathe. In this painting, we have laughter. We have I love. We have fly. We have build. We have compassion. We have friendship. We have heart, innocence, smile. And then, strangely enough, I totally forgot about this, but you know the I love yous that I've been bringing forth to you guys? That's what's all in this infinity sign right here. I love you, 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 I love you. Remember, I'm telling you, like for 40 days, look at yourself, soul gaze with yourself and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And feel it in your heart. Look at yourself and just say those words. Check out your eyes, because something will shift in your eyes as you say I love you to yourself in the mirror. Say your name in the mirror. If you're like me, she of 1,000 names, you can say each name. Or sometimes I just say, I love you, beloved, because my original birth name does mean beloved, which is why I go by love, amore. So, yeah, we've got comfort, we've got unity, we've got sweetness. And yeah, the feminine's got this, right? But she's being nurtured and held within the container. Do you see this? And the masculine and the feminine are being held in another container, their own sacred womb space. So that's what I wanted to bring forth to you guys today. Real quick, the Andromedans are here to create that balance. That's why 3i Atlas is here. I have to look up why it's actually called that. Does anybody know why it's called 3i Atlas? I know that it's like opening up our 3 eyes, like here, right? And in the wombs, all of our wombs. So here they're talking about the Andromedans bringing in the sacred codes of Gaia, transformative energy to harmonize and create a golden light. We're in the golden age right now, bringing in ancient codes of wisdom. So all of the channels, I have this thing of being able to find really great heart-based channels. I'm drawn to them. They're drawn to me. And all of them are talking about ancient wisdom coming through. In my class, the Sacred Womb class I was doing, and that I guess I will be continuing now through November and into 12/12 as a preparation for the form. And the codes coming in, there's something important about this. I don't know exactly what it is, but yet I do know it's important. So I decided to take the class, and wisdom codes are coming in, and this is ancient wisdom. This is galactic wisdom, interstellar wisdom. Ever see that movie? It's a good movie. We're back. Are we back? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, I saw, yeah, great movie, right? I love that. I love that movie. In fact, yeah, my son, like, he's so awesome. He can play that theme song. It's a great, it just feels good in the body, that theme song. Look up the Interstellar theme song. So we've got Lyran awareness. And I'm gonna put in the description, there's this whole galactic history with like Lyrans and cat people and the Andromedan collective, because the Andromedan galaxy is really far away. I don't know if that's the nebula, and it's very similar to the Milky Way nebula, but actually they were one nebula at one time. It's possible, wouldn't that be amazing if they like came back together? There are 2 stars out there, and those stars have planets around them, just like our solar system. Pretty amazing. So I'm going to put that in the description below, because that gets into some deep galactic history that I don't know if you guys are ready for, and I don't know if I could remember or relay correctly. So we have some light language right here. Perception. I just want you to just kind of feel into that. It's okay that it's not facing the way it needs to be. Just have the intention that you're receiving all the codes you need to receive from this Lyran code of awareness. Okay. I'm going to let you know what the Lyran card of awareness is asking of us to pay attention to or bring into our life. Let me see here. Lyrans. So cat people. Where are my cat ears? I was wearing my cat ears probably like day 2 of the last 7 days. And perception. And I love my cat ears. It was actually on Halloween, and I still wear them. I've got connections to Sekhmet, and I've always loved the black, oh, what are they? It's not the leopard. The Black Panther. Black Panther. I've always been a Black Panther fan. 41. Not the music, I don't think. But the cat, Jungle Book. The Black Panther there. Jaguar. That's a jaguar, I guess. So, here we go. It's taking longer than I thought here. Perception. Here it is. Thank you, guides, for getting me there. So this card, Perception, here it is. How you perceive the world is internal and unique and sovereign. Your perceptions are what form your belief systems. As you grow, you develop the ability to choose your precious consciousness and your belief systems. So we're talking about mindfulness again. Grounding into reality, focus yourself toward an improved love-based perception. There we go again. It's all about love, guys. This card is reminding you to find a new solution to what is unobvious. The Lyrans evolved beyond their density, which is why they're here to help us, guys. So much of the world reacts to negativity with a stimulation of fear. This came in this morning, by the way. How do you respond instead of react? Even that other card that I showed you guys, this card, is based on the same thing. How do we change our perception? How do we change our beliefs? How do we just become aware of the play going on in front of us and not react like it's happening to us? Just kind of like take a step back. You can even do that with a person, by the way. If you encounter a person and you're like, whoa, you can take a little step back like this, and they're going to kind of notice, but they won't really say anything about it, most likely. Depends how big the step back is. But it allows you to like take a step back and breathe. And then hear. Someone brought this up to me recently, the shaman, Peruvian shaman. He said, hear people that you see when there's other types of energies happening, but don't listen. And what does that mean? It means that we're not to take on whatever's happening. We're not to take that on and in us. That creates like a little bit of a shield. We hear what is going on and we can look at it and witness them as the observer, not wanting to fix them. That's key. You're not wanting to fix them, but if something comes that is beneficial for them to hear, that can help, right? I don't always step back. I usually take a breath, but stepping back one step, maybe two, is a great thing for you to do. So, got some throat chakra clearing there. I'm always throat chakra clearing on here. What's up with that? So anyway, I'm going to wrap that up today. I feel like I was a little all over the place. Yeah, let me know in the comments if I need to focus more. Maybe today's just one of those days that the energies are high and it's hard to focus. Maybe you gotta take a little nap. Anyway, cheers to you guys. Cheers. What am I drinking in this cup that I have with me? You know, when I get like, I don't know, how many followers? 50,000 followers. I will reveal what's in my cup. Okay, so like, subscribe, hit that little bell notification so you can hear what's coming in for you, and check out my previous videos. I'm so happy when people join me on here, and it's great to be able to talk with you guys. Oh, cool! It's a great discussion for your lunchtime. Awesome. Cheers to you guys. And as always, we are one. I love you, I love you, I love you. And go and say it to yourself. Try it. Have a fantastic day. See you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Au revoir.